So in today's world, many young people are anxious about finding direction. What is your take on starting small to get where you want to get to?
I'll say it's the best because it gives you the basis.
Yeah.
You can't cheat nature. You can't just jump and get to places where you didn't work for or you didn't deserve it.
But the reason I asked this question is, we don't like the process of starting small.
Yeah.
We all have our own ideals. We want to get to a certain point. And in my understanding, a lot of us don't understand what it means to get to that point. And getting to that point becomes a problem because you have to start from somewhere. What is your best advice you can give to someone who is starting small?
It's the best decision a person has ever made. Because let's say 1,000 miles begins with a step or something like that. I hope you understand.
Okay.
So if you are starting small, it's a good determination or initiative you have been taking. Taking the first step is what really even matters.
Yeah.
I hope you understand. The moment you find your feet and you find your ground, building up on it becomes much easier than. So for instance, somebody will be like, maybe I want to start a restaurant business and all that. And the person is waiting to get some huge sums of money, get a big restaurant and start cooking. And most of the time when you speak to these big guys in the industry and all that, most of them started small. And then they build to where they are now. So it's good to trust the process. Go through the mill, like we say, get to learn, get a firm foundation, and then it is easier to move. When you speak to the billionaires and the financial advisors and all that, mostly they tell you making your first million is hard. But once you make your first million, the others is so easy. I hope you understand. Yeah, so whoever is starting small, what the person needs is the determination and the zeal and the will to grow what they started. You see, there could be up and down in the process. That is what sometimes deter people from losing hope and then they go off track. But if you are sure of your dream or your goal that you have, regardless of where you are starting from, what you need is the determination, the right mindset, and how or the zeal to push forward in life. Then you achieve it.
So wherever we find ourselves in life, there's pressure, be it in the workplace, in personal issues, basically everywhere there's pressure, right? So for you, what is the best way you can describe handling pressure and not folding?
I personally don't believe in pressure. What is pressure? When we say pressure, what is pressure?
Unforeseen circumstances that you have to deal with, and they make what you have to do harder for you. How do you handle that?
I don't see that to be pressure.
What is pressure?
Like you mentioned, there's something unforeseen and it happened. You say in my line of work, in safety, we have a saying that no emergency is so great or no job is so important that we can have time to do it well. So yes, we are not expecting this to happen. It has happened. Let's sit down, find out why it happened. How can we solve it? Then we solve it. So when that happens, there is nothing like pressure. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. We tend to put pressure on ourselves. Let's say you are trying to handle so many things on your plate at a time. Who is making that happen? It's you. I hope you get it. Switching to a account, I did a little bit of accounts in school way back. They call something scale of preference. So let's say I have 100 Ghana cedis, and I have so many needs or wants I want to get. But my money is 100 Ghana cedis. What do I do? So I draw my scale of preference. That is important more than this and this and this. So what the 100 cedis can afford, I get those ones now, and then I look at ways and means to get the others. So for instance, I go to work. I'm supposed to be at point A, I'm supposed to be at point B, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. When I look at all of them at a go, that is what is going to put pressure on me. And at times, you might not even know what to do. You have so much to do, and you are even there, you don't know what to do. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
What I believe pressure in this scenario is having a deadline you have to meet and so many things you have to achieve. In this scenario, you don't have time. Time is not on your side. So we look at someone trying to achieve certain things in life, right? But he's kind of limited to a degree because there are so many things he has to get done. In this case, everything is falling apart for you. So how do you handle it?
First, you use the word deadline.
Yeah.
Who drew that deadline? And secondly, who is telling you have so much to achieve?
Yeah.
Who?
It could be a personal choice.
Exactly. So it's you. So for instance, I have a life goal. I have a life plan.
Yeah.
You understand? 10 years, 20 years ahead of my life. It's me. That is what I want to achieve in life. There's not somebody imposing those things on me and giving me timeline. I go to the pace I want to achieve that. Society can't put pressure on me. Sometimes that is the problem. So like, people are doing this are doing this, and you want to also go with that. That is why you give your this deadline. So that you have your colleagues getting married and all this kind of thing. Then you have this impression that, oh, okay, I am late. Who said you are late? It's your mind and how you view things. Because your colleagues in the field, maybe they are excelling, they are doing this, they are doing that, and you're not doing it. And that is why sometimes it makes people do certain things they don't want to do.
Exactly. This is one of the most important things for me. And I've always wanted to have a conversation about this. You know, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to achieve certain things. And that is one of the main factors why a lot of us stray, do things
Exactly.
we're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
How do you psych yourself that, you know, you're not that late? To someone who is 30 years old, has not achieved anything, doesn't have a job, doesn't have a life, wife, children, nothing.
Okay.
You know, how do you psych your mind that you are not that late?
I'm not competition with anybody. It's me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down and I assess myself and I tell myself it is me and it's my choices. Each and every single day, I look forward being better than the person I was yesterday.
Yeah.
So I am my own competition. I don't look at someone. Yeah, sometimes you see we draw inspiration, we draw certain kind of motivation from people and that kind of thing. But sometimes too, I also have the notion that if you sit down waiting for somebody to motivate you before you do something, then you are not really willing to do the thing you want to do.
Do you believe in motivational discipline?
I would say discipline. Because let's say if I want to move this cup from this to this point, and I'm waiting for somebody to motivate me before I move this to this point, it means deep down within me, I'm not really willing to even move this cup. But if I'm disciplined enough, just like our earlier discussions, how there's the cup right now? I want to move this cup to this space, but I'm here right now. I ask myself, what does it take for me to move this cup to this side? Okay, you have to study. You have to enroll yourself in this. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. I hope you understand. Then you discipline yourself enough to do these things. You see, sometimes we want the results, but we don't want to put in the work. I want to get this thing, but what will help me to get this thing, I'm not willing to do.
Yeah.
That is sometimes our problem. Yeah, it is true. Sometimes you see certain circumstances around that might not give us the leverage to do certain things that we wish to do easily.
Yeah.
But there's a saying that if you are born poor, it's not your fault. It's not by you. But when you die poor, it's a decision that you took. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Exactly. So don't be in a rush. I believe, just like you mentioned, in self-discipline, being self-aware or self-awareness. That is what I want to achieve. That is my goal. That is my dream. Knowing where you are and asking yourself, how best can I get to that point? And staying disciplined to achieve that.